I am so glad you are here. It is alive on Wednesday here at Megas Books in Minneapolis. And our Instagram folks have joined us. That always makes me a little happier. Hi, Instagrammers. Look, fabulous new reader guest. We're going to meet him in a moment. Yes. First things first, you know the drill. We got to do it. What is happening in this world today? Well, I've got a few fun things. There will be a Gardnerian question kind of meetup thing happening on Sunday before we open at 10. That is this Sunday, November 2nd. I know, it's coming fast. There'll be a few people there. Some folks have already signed up, so come on down if you've ever been interested or have questions about traditional British Wicca. We're here for you. At noon, Gateway to the Gods is happening. We're doing Sinukuichi, just to warn you now, and there's a bunch of people signed up, so grab your seat if you want it. There's still a few available. And at 3 o'clock, Fabulous Ravenwolf is doing Cyprian the Mage and the Magic of Cyprian. Fascinating ceremonial magical documents. He will dive into it. Super good class. Saturday, the following Saturday, November 8th, Alliance Coven is having their inaugural meeting here for potential pre-initiates. These are some folks that have recently left another group that used to meet here regularly. They breathed new life into the teaching of that group when they were with them, and now they're striking out on their own. We're so excited and happy for them. And of course, wishing our best to that other group. They will be here for a class at noon, from like noon to 2. That's a free class. Oh, I should say Cyprian the Mage is a by donation class, and Gateway to the Gods is not, and the Gardnerian 101 class is a free class. But at 3 on Saturday the 8th, we'll have Jesse teaching the second of his runes classes. The first one went really well. We're really looking forward to it, and it's not a class that you have to have attended previous classes for. You can jump in anywhere on the merry-go-round you want. So join us for Jesse's class on runes. It's a by donation class on Saturday the 8th. Saturday the 9th, you know it, you love it. Nooch's Tarot Lab. Nancy Antonucci will be here. It's another by donation class, and that one's at 3:30. Following Saturday the 15th, I know I've been hyping this for like 5 or 6 weeks now, but Jerry's Trunk Show. So excited that I'm cutting my vacation short for this. I will be here on Saturday with a whole bunch of stuff that we just don't have room to fit out on the floor the way we used to. So come and think gift giving. Think getting a bunch of holiday shopping out of the way for hats, scarves, bags, the best mittens I have ever touched in my life. They're fantastic. Little trinkets, hair, barrettes, and clips and things. All kinds of stuff will be available that we just can't get them all out. Do you miss the glitter scarves with a really long fringe? I have a whole bit of those. They will be here. They're gorgeous. All kinds of fun stuff. Some beaded purses, jewelry. Oh, it's going to be fabulous. The next day, on Sunday the 16th, we have that Gardnerian 101 thing again at 10 before we open, 10 to 11. Reiki 1 will be also that day at noon. So if you're interested in getting your Reiki in, sign up now. And Ravenwolf will be doing his Chaos Magic class at 3 p.m. that day. Alliance Coven will be in the following Saturday on the 22nd. And we'll have Adam's Astrology class that same day, November 22nd. And on Sunday the 23rd, Reiki Share at noon. Palmistry at 4 with Wes Eshu. So Eshu will be teaching this class. He's taking over from Chris. We're very excited to have his twist on things with that one. And the Yule Ornament class, which is at 1 p.m., is a fundraiser for Paganicon and Pagan Pride. So come. It's a $5 fee for that class for the supplies, but there'll be somebody here kind of walking you through the magical properties of the different things you might want to throw in. And I have no idea what collection of stuff we'll have. Definitely some fun stuff, though. Some scrolls, some herbs. If I have tiny stones, we'll have tiny stones. We'll see what's there. But join us for that. That's what's coming up. Darrel here is reminding me by his mere existence in the room that we've got a whole bunch of new readers, a whole bunch of very cool readers. Some folks who've been with us a long time that we love, and some new fabulous people. So let me run through them real quick. Today is a Wednesday, and Eshu will be here all day long. He does tarot and palmistry here. He's very good. The tarot reading from him is amazingly storytelling-like. Just the style of reading is wonderful. He will also be here on Thursday from noon to 3, and then Heather comes in from 3 to 6. Raven Wolf will be reading on Friday from 1 to 4, though, just the middle of the day, and then you come in for the last part of the day from 4 to 6. So if you're just getting off work and you feel like I need a reading on Friday, I got to see how this week really, what it really means, how it's going to play out in the future, 4 o'clock till 6 o'clock, he'll be here. Saturday, Eshu is here for the first half, and Margaret, a wonderful tarot reader, is here for the second half. Sunday, Eshu all day. Can you tell Eshu really wants to give you readings? He does. He does. Your hours are not here for your oracle readings, sir. I will have to fix that. But on Mondays, noon to 2, first part of the day. So if that after work hours, that 4 to 6 does not work for you, and you're like, but I want a cool oracle reading, lunch hour right here on your Mondays. And he's followed by Morpheus, who does our wonderful dream interpretation. And then on Tuesdays, Jesse is doing rune readings from 3 to 6. And before him is Raven Wolf doing his brilliant tarot readings. So was that a lot? That was a lot, wasn't it? Look, here's the list. It's extensive. So come on down. Meet the crew. It's always fun to get a reading from any of them. It's $2.50 a minute plus tax. And of course, once you're up at the register, we'll say, hey, did you want to leave a tip? It's not required, but they will get it directly as soon as we can get it to them, if you should. So that's happenings. That's people's. What about fun stuff? Well, I showed some of this off last week, but it's coming out on the floor because it's all up online. So you can go see these up online. You can see all of them, the sizes we have. But there's a series of tapestries by a local artist. I'm going to block us.
Yep.
They don't get to see our beautiful visage for a moment. Look at that. Now they're all kind of in that style, but they're all gorgeous and beautiful. He uses local models, and none of it is AI, in case that's important to you. And of course, there is also from him, Todd, and his lovely wife, jewelry. So they're calling these unicorn horns. I think these are adorable as unicorn horns, but what it actually is a little seashell from, I'm not going to lie, the vampire of little sea snails. It's got a tooth, one little fang, and it comes and it gets its little victims. Actually, it would do it this way because the mouth would be on this end, but you get the idea. This guy, because of how he lives or she lives and how they just what they are and how they work, I think of this as a great protection tool as well as representative of your basic unicorn horn. So if you're feeling rare and spicy, unicorn horn. If you're feeling like you need a little defensive magic, unicorn horn. It's there for you. They also do, I wanted to show off, oh yes, that's right. I'm wearing one today just so you guys can see a tree in copper on this beautiful purple stone. Can you tell I'm the herbalist? Purple stone. And I wanted to show off this one as one of theirs as well. Look at that. It's a faceted piece. Looks like labradorite to me. Yeah, that's got to be labradorite with all the glowiness of it. And there's the back, just so you can see the back and how it was wired in place. Not only was this handmade, but this was handmade as well. So these are gorgeous handmade, local crafted pieces. If you want to grab them, grab them. Just to give you an idea, this one's just wire wrapped and on a cord. It's a beautiful piece of amethyst. Just to give you an idea, we're talking about 22 for something where they did not make the chain and 60 for something where they did make the chain. Gives you an idea when you're holiday shopping, you're going, oh, I know who would love that. Other fun stuff we got in, specifically because it was October, so I can't not show you. This one makes me giggle. It is a Ouija board. It's a fabulous Ouija board. It's not on like an old mouse pad material. It's a roll-up Ouija board, if that's what you want. It does come with a planchette, I'm happy to say. And the other one we have is the Tabula Mortem. So it's a nice little box, but the way the size of the board being 16 by 16, it folds out to look like that. And it comes with a little planchette / pendulum for you to work with. So I think they're fun, they're easy, and they're more travel ready than carrying around a giant Ouija board. So if that doesn't thrill you about a Ouija board, it's here for you. What can I say? Of course, there's the what am I wearing? I'm wearing Tracy's Treasures. You know I'm going to do it. I've got this beautiful faceted clear quartz one. Kind of sort of looks like a diamond, right? A little rough citrine, a little hematite, and a little Celtic knotwork. I think there are 2 of these left. One would fit on my pinky and one would fit on this finger or so. So one's at least a size 7.5 and one's 7 or smaller, probably size 5. What am I drinking? Oh, here we go. Not a bad night last night. I got to tell you, it was pretty good. So I got some green tea in here just to brighten my day. You know, I started with black tea. Come on, it's me. There's going to be black tea in the day. Started with some green tea, though, here with some burdock and some bilberry to sweeten it up. The actual berries that were delicious. See, I skipped ashwagandha. What did I throw in there today? You know, that's what I recall. Need to put in some bacopa or ginkgo, apparently. I'm not remembering all my ingredients. If I stare at this, will I? Not really. There might be some lemon balm in there. But that is what are we drinking and what are we wearing? Now it's all about you, sir.
Yeah?
Yes. So this is Darrel.
I am Darrel.
This is you were one of our newest readers here at the shop.
Correct.
Coming in twice a week for a couple hours each time.
Yes. Yes.
Fridays at the end of the day.
Yes.
Tuesdays? Mondays at the beginning of the day. See, I almost remembered. Mondays at the beginning of the day. And the most unique thing about your readings is not tarot, it's oracle, is that you can't buy this deck anywhere. Why is that we can't buy your fabulous deck?
I'm changing that, actually.
Yay! Because it's your fabulous deck, is it not?
I've had a lot of interest in my deck.
Yeah.
So I am going to make it available at the manufacturers. They have a site that lets me list it.
Nice.
And hopefully I'll be able to afford to purchase maybe 10 copies because I do, fairs on the weekends sometimes. And I could sell it too.
That would be very cool. We'd love
Absolutely.
to sell them here. And I want to warn you guys, just because some people don't know, we've had a number of people who've had decks printed because they've done the art themselves and they get them in. And the average price for those decks that we've got here is $50 because they're small print runs and small print runs are expensive. You've got to forgive them for that, but you're going to get a really cool deck if you get this one. So tell us about your fabulous, what inspired the deck? Tell us the whole story.
Okay. Well, the whole story is that I've done tarot for many, 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 many years. And the local shop down from where I live, Megas Books, was selling some used decks from a gentleman, I believe, that passed away. I'm not sure. I can't remember the whole story, but
if it was in the last year,
yes,
it was a delightful artist, pagan woman, and her husband was essentially taking care of the house, downsizing.
Yep. And I ended up picking up the fairy oracle deck. I'd never owned an oracle deck. I've always done tarot. I've been very consistent with that. And that oracle deck, the fairy oracle deck, it just spoke to me. It was so much easier to use. And that's when I came up with the idea, like, I should just create my own. And that's what I did, because I wanted something that gave me a little bit more flexibility and the ability for it to flow and not have to follow any rigid rules. There's no rigid layouts. There's nothing that keeps me held back. I can just take it where the cards go. And
part of that is how you design the card.
Part of that was how I designed the cards, is that I made them with the 4 elements. Each side has an element, plus the top is high spirit, and the bottom is low spirit. And then you have the air, water, fire, and earth for grounding.
Your 4 Greek elements.
And then this would be considered a querent card. This would be the card I'd have somebody pick out from 3 different querent cards. And from there, I could just start wrapping around the cards as it goes. And depending on the
because it's
element,
a hexagon, the bestagon.
And depending on the element, it greatly affects the meaning of the card and also the conversation with the person as far as like what their question was and things like this. I do find that a lot of times I will get the answer the person's looking for, but I will also end up going in different directions. And it makes for a very interesting reading for the individual because they do get a lot out of it.
Mhm.
I will say that most of my readings are between 10 and 20 minutes, about that time period.
That's pretty average for professional readers here.
Yeah. And I had a few cards that I kind of liked that I wanted to share with everybody. Even though it's not tarot, I do have a Fool card. And this was my Fool. He does not represent the same as what a tarot deck would represent. I will say that I am not the greatest artist in the world. So me and my best friend AI did come up with the artwork, just to be totally honest.
with you editing and supervising.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's to come up with 100 cards. I came up with well over 1,000 images before I was able to find what I wanted. Some of them are also cards that can go together, that when they get pulled together, they have a lot more meaning. And that would be As Above and So Below. Those two cards obviously would go together. And as you can see in the As Above, there's a little bit of a cartoonish look to some of the cards. Some of the cards have more of a serious look to them. It's a wide variety of artwork.
Yeah, they're gorgeous cards. You edit AI well.
Thank you. Thank you. I spent a lot of time doing it.
Yeah.
You know, and I actually created a prototype deck myself, where I actually printed everything out at the house, and I put the pieces of paper together, and I laminated them, and I worked with them, made changes, and then when I finally came up with the deck I wanted, I had them professionally printed for myself.
So you have 2 copies.
Yes.
And they're the only 2 copies in the world right now.
Currently, yes.
And when you do the card layout, can I have one of the current cards? So you put this one in the middle.
Yeah.
And then, because they fit together so beautifully, why? It's a bestagon. The cards just fit right around and form a tight flower around the central card. And then if you have a question or somebody has a question about something else, you can just literally build right off.
Yes.
And branch out in any direction that feels appropriate in the moment. I love that about these cards. And I have to say, everyone here who's a reader, I've auditioned, everyone's auditioned. You audition on every modality you want to share with people here. Like, we had somebody want a palm reading, and the tarot reader was also a palm reader, but they'd not auditioned. I went, sure, yes. And I knew this person would be good at it. I knew they'd be competent. I'm like, here's my hand, go. Okay, you've auditioned, very good. It was like I said, give me 3 minutes. And I think they gave me 5 because they couldn't stop. But this is a fantastic little deck to watch that story build and to go off in the different directions. Even when you gave me my reading, there was a card that baffled you. You were like, yes. I do not understand why that card is there. And I'm going, oh, I know why that card's there. I'm not going to say anything. This is an audition. And I have to be a tough read. I cannot be like, there's no heart on my sleeve. No, I have to be a tough read because I have to know what you'll do under the worst of circumstances in an audition. So I waited till we were done with the reading, until we were just done with the reading before I explained, oh, that's what that is. And it was a scary card. It was a very scary card in that higher spirit place, right? It'd be like, if you're a tarot person, it'd be like getting the Tower there, or something that would shock you and make you concerned about your future. And I just went, oh yeah, my husband died less than 2 years ago. That's what that is.
Yes.
Dealing with the repercussions of that. And I went, okay, now the whole thing makes more sense in a whole new way, right?
Yes.
So even if you can't figure out what it is, the deck seems to know what it's doing.
Flows. It flows really well.
Yeah.
Yes. And a lot of my readings they will answer the question that the person wants answered.
Yeah.
But it'll also show the opportunity, of different directions that the person wants to pursue.
Yeah.
They can pursue it. I don't force it on them though.
Yeah.
There's some things people aren't ready to face yet.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. I am very fond of saying, I say this with my herb students, and if I have to, I say it with a reader, which happens once in a blue moon. If they did not pay you, they do not want you to tell them.
Yes.
That's the whole point. If that's not where they want to go, then you can't drag them there. For my herb students, it's usually signs of heart disease show very strongly on faces and ears, and it's really easy to see. If you've had a heart attack and you walk into I know you've had a heart attack. It's as plain as the nose on your face, and all my herb students just giggled at me. But it is one of those things if it's invasive, if you take them to places they're not ready for.
Right.
And to me, that's one of the demarcations of they paid you.
Yes.
They paid you, they want to know something.
Yes.
And I think that helps everybody. It helps the querent, the person asking the question, it helps the reader, it helps the herbalist.
Yes.
And I think it's a tough one when you see something big and they don't want to explore it further. I think that's a hard thing.
Yes. And it's a lot about presentation, not because I know I've come across some readers that'll say they're going to give you the brutal, honest truth, and they'll cuss or swear and all. That's not me.
No,
that's not me. I mean, I'll tell you the truth. I'll tell you what the cards are saying. But I am going to be empathetic.
Yeah,
I have empathy about it.
Well, and it's I'll be honest, even in tarot, it's rare that the truth is actually brutal. There's a lot of think about this, consider that. I just laid down, because I'm not here on Saturdays, I pre-record the live. Still considered a live because it goes up. And I don't edit it, so it's the same as the lives in that sense. And I just did the kings in relationship to numerology, which in this case would be 14 and therefore also 5. And so I talked a lot about the meanings of the kings being about, you have the King of Swords. Think again, think twice. You are now in a position to make a judicious decision. You got to use good judgment. And kind of that flows through all of those king cards, that idea of it's not enough to know what you're doing. You have to have empathy about what you're doing. You have to take into consideration the rest of the world around you with what you're doing.
Yes.
Not that I wanted to get political.
That wasn't political.
No,
You're talking about kings.
Yeah, I'm talking about kings. Yeah. And a good king versus a bad king. But so this deck has not existed for all that long, correct?
That is correct.
It's only been around for what? Less than a year?
4 months.
4 months. You can tell he made it because he's really good at reading it. I'm just letting you know.
I'm very passionate about it.
It is a great deck. It is a great, I got to tell you, it's a great looking deck.
Yes.
More expensive to print than most, I assume, just because of the shape and
yes, actually, standard. yes. And for the on the politically correct side of the world, I will say that these are made with recycled material and it's biodegradable.
Yay. That's fantastic. That would be fantastic news.
That added about $1 to the cost.
Okay.
I was like, that was a no-brainer.
Yeah. It's going to wind up costing you guys a couple bucks more. It's not. It's worth it at that point, especially since we're already talking about a premium deck. Why not go premium with what you're doing?
Yep.
So any ballpark for what you think the deck will cost in the long run? It's a large deck.
When I was on there on the website, based on if people ordered it from the manufacturer directly, it'll be approximately $65.
That's about what I would have expected.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the $60-ish range.
Yeah.
So that totally makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Worth it. I'm going to tell you right now, it's worth it.
Although I'm thinking about putting a book together for it.
That would be great.
Give some guidance.
Yes. That would be fantastic.
Although the real intent of the deck is for a person to use it intuitively.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I can see why. I can see how the imagery is very evocative. You can really see, the meaning in the cards themselves. Let's show off a few more cards.
It's like the manifestation. I like this card because you're creating. The moon, which could mean a lot of things.
Yeah, you
to
go,
a lot of different people.
Yes, you could go with a goddess symbolism. You could go very old-fashioned and Augustinian, in my opinion, and say it's deception.
You have the wolf. Oftentimes an aggressive type creature, but it's also a hunter, but it also doesn't, do those things for fun. It does it for survival.
Right.
Knowledge can see a few different things in there. Knowledge being knowledge of a person, being your knowledge, being to the point of studying and never getting anything done, and you turn into a skeleton. It can mean a lot of different things depending on what's going on.
Yeah, you are an armchair physicist, or are you a physicist? These are the questions.
Entanglement. I like this one, entanglement. Again, a card that can mean many different things. It could mean that, the lady in the picture could be entangled. On the other hand, the lady in the picture could be the one entangling you.
Yep.
This one's a little bit darker as far as colors, but a cart. And it's moving along the road. Again, a lot of meanings.
Mm-hmm.
Making sure the horse is in front of your cart. The cart being that you're traveling along slowly, or that you have a heavy burden, or there's a large treasure coming.
Or you put all your eggs in one cart.
Absolutely. And then you have something that's more comical. And I have a boy and a girl card. This is the girl card, and they're set up to be energetic. The girl card would be young, feminine, positive, exciting energy. And the boy, same thing, except it'd be masculine energy. Contemplation, thinking, really considering what's going on. He's kind of above creating magic. Again, something that can mean a lot.
It kind of looks like you've tied in to some degree with like common symbolism as well.
A little bit, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yes.
Yeah, some of it's just, at least for a lot of people, going to feel like universal symbolism for that.
Yes.
Thing.
Yes. That was the intent.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I love that. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous deck. And I love the shape. I like the round decks, but I think this is maybe a little bit cooler just because you can do a circle around them and then just do another one or do a branch.
Well, the nice thing is that, if something comes up and the person wants to know more about it, I can actually take that card, use it as center, and then just start another reading right off that card.
That's perfect.
Yes.
Well, and do you ever look at the shape that you've made at the end of it, interpret the overall shape as well? Because the first thing that popped into my head when I went around and around, and then I imagined things coming off, I thought that could be Medusa.
I have not done that yet.
Oh boy, new layer to the meanings and the readings. Oh boy.
But you could absolutely do that.
Yeah. Just to see because you just go where it takes you, where the energy takes you in the moment.
Right.
So
right.
There's no pre-planned shape beyond the first ring around the current card. So it could go anywhere.
It could, absolutely.
But this is not all you do in life, is it, sir?
No, I also do a lot of, I create craft items, beadwork.
That beauty right there I'm looking at?
Okay, I have not created this. Originally, this was
but you modified
a spirit doll that I picked up at a fair this past weekend, and then I modified it by putting some jewelry on her. I gave her a key, a tarot card, feather in the back. There's a crow on the side here, and my thought on it is I would like to kind of make a high-end version of this.
Yeah.
And my oldest daughter said she might be able to help me out doing the yarn work, and I could do the jewelry work, and there you go.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah.
The first thing I thought of when I thought of this was we've sold like Pop-It or voodoo dolls in the past, and I'm sure we will again. But what I liked about this one in particular was that you could shove things directly into it without having to unstitch it or you just put it. Did you want to give the person a headache relief? Just put the white willow bark right in there.
Yep.
Why not? A little metal sweet right in there. Did you want to make them have an upset tummy or regret their decisions, like have it feel it in their heart? You can do that. You can put like a stone of compassion in there. It would be fantastic.
Yes.
Or, something to upset their tummy if you're really mad at them.
No.
We hope you go for healing, but we know some of you are petty, and it's okay.
Be happy.
I think that's a good philosophy. We should try. You should aim to be happy, to let it go, if we can. Sometimes it takes more work.
Yes.
And maybe a Pop-It to go to. You're taking all my aggression. Okay. And you have a Pop-It. That's all there is to it. Or a voodoo doll, or every culture has developed these things. So Pick your favorite
Yes.
word, basically. But so you are full of ideas.
Yes.
You are.
I make custom wood wands. I make beaded jewelry, all types of stuff. I do stuff out of resin, cast resin,
Oh, nice.
cast plaster. I just like creating things.
That
Fun.
sounds very cool.
Yes.
That explains why in a past life you owned a hobby store.
Yes. 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 Yes.
It's true. He knows what he's doing. In fact, that will remind me to come to you with questions about these kinds of things in
Yes.
the future. My in-house consultant, look at that. Could be yours. He might have a genius idea for you. But so you're here twice a week, but only for 2 hours.
Right.
But you never know. Darrel could just stop in one day and be here. Why? Because you live 5 minutes away on foot,
Yep.
don't you?
Yep. 5 minutes if I take the long route here on foot.
If he goes by the scenic route, it's a 5-minute walk. So if somebody's not here, he is on the short list of readers to call to step in, because if he's available, why not? The readings are fantastic. I just really was very impressed, both with the reading and with the deck. It was just delightful to get to see that deck in action. And I would recommend it to anybody. If you're out there and you're watching and you have the availability to come down and see him do a reading, I would do it that way. We occasionally have folks who call in for readings, and we've got a couple of phone lines, so we're happy to accommodate for that. But I recommend that for a dream interpretation or a tarot reading, because if you've had a tarot reading before or read tarot yourself, you know more or less what they're going to look like and what the cards mean individually. So this deck is such a treat. And the way that you present the information, it's not just empathetic, in my opinion, but you link the pieces together.
Yes.
I mean, the deck's designed to help
Yes.
people do that, but
Yes.
you link the pieces together in a way I don't see a lot of readers linking information together. And I think it's a positive. It must be all those years of tarot reading.
Actually, I was on a conversation yesterday as to why I think that I do that. And I believe what it is that most anybody in the world, their thing that keeps them back the most is their own ego and their own fears.
Yeah.
And I have made strides in the past 3-4 years and not having that problem. I'm not invested in your results.
Yeah.
Your results are yours.
Yep.
I'm just reading them.
You're the conduit.
I'm just the conduit. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You're the words on the page. You're not the author.
Right.
Kind of. Yeah. I think that's so true for so many divination methods, so many energy working methods. It's not about your own presence or your own importance in the situation.
Right.
The other party is the important party.
Exactly.
They are the center of the universe for that moment.
Exactly.
I can't emphasize that enough. Anybody who thinks that I can do this and that makes me so important. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It makes the person you do it for important and happy and healthier and more grateful if you're doing it well.
Yeah. Yes.
You want to be the miracle reader? You read to them, not to yourself. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, any other exciting things? Do you have any shows coming up?
I am going to be at one of the pop-up markets here in Minneapolis at the I can't remember the name of the place now.
Oh no, there's a pop-up market coming.
That's not this weekend. That's next Saturday. And then
so the first Saturday in November.
Yes.
Because this Saturday is the 31st.
Okay, so yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because today's Wednesday the 29th? No. November 1st is this Saturday.
So yeah, it would be the second Saturday.
Second Saturday in November.
Yeah.
All right. Second Saturday in November.
And then the fourth Saturday, I'll be in Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
Oh.
At a convention out there for a day.
Nice. What convention is that? Do you remember?
I don't remember. It's a pagan convention.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
It was where I was this past weekend, except it's at a different building, different
Okay.
hotel. Same groups putting it on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'll have I don't do readings at the conventions. I sell product,
Okay.
mostly stuff that I've made myself.
Nice. So there will be wands.
Wands, jewelry, a lot of earrings, beaded necklaces. I sell trinkets, keychains, a lot of rune style items, be it the
Nice.
runes or rune plates, a whole line of pendulums.
Very cool. Very, very
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I love that. So just be on the lookout for Darrel's booth in Eau Claire on the second Saturday of November. And
No,
at the end of the month.
at the end of the month.
And somewhere in Minneapolis on the second Saturday of November.
It's at a greenhouse. I know that.
It's at a greenhouse.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a pop-up markets they have.
Okay. A Bachman's perhaps? No.
I,
That's okay.
You could be right and I wouldn't know it.
So if you're driving past a greenhouse a week from this coming Saturday, the second Saturday in November, and you see an outsized crowd for a greenhouse in November in Minnesota, stop.
There you go.
You'll find him. And all the cool stuff. Maybe some gifts for some people in your life.
Absolutely.
Would be adorable.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are coming close to the end of our time, so I am going to say thank you very much for being your best magical you. You know how we feel about you. We think you're amazing. Staff, myself, Darrel, the rest of the readers, thank you very much for tuning in, for doing the little magical things you can do. You know what they are. And hopefully we'll see you all very soon, either in the shop in Minneapolis or online at megasbooks.com. Blessed be everybody.